Assalamu alaikum Nazreen. Welcome to The Right Angle. Today we have a very special guest, Mrs. Cesare Cardone, who is General Manager and Head of Gulf Business Machines. He's visiting Pakistan these days and we've invited him to talk about the IT industry in Gulf as well as the IT industry in Pakistan. Along with him is Mr. Aziz Ahmed, the Country Operations Head for GBM in Pakistan. We'll be talking to both of them on the IT industry in Pakistan, the business environment in Pakistan, as Mr. Cesare, who is an outsider, sees Pakistan these days. Welcome to the program, Cesare and Aziz. Okay. Cesare, we'll start with you, and we'll start about the operations in Pakistan. I understand Gulf Business Machines was operating for a long time in various countries of the Gulf until it decided to come to Pakistan. Can you take us back to that decision, why that decision was made so late in the day? Because I understand Gulf Business Machines, in short, GBM, was operating for more than 2 decades, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, almost. Basically, GBM started in 1990 in the Gulf. So we are 18 years old, which is there are few companies 18 years old in the Gulf. As a matter of fact, started as a spin-off of IBM. IBM started operating in the Gulf in 1948, as a matter of fact. And they were operating directly until the late 80s when they decided to transfer operation to local companies. As a matter of fact, we are a local company. Our 6 shareholders are large trading families in the Gulf. Okay? The business developed quite nicely, and we were thinking about expanding. This is one of the mission that also the shareholders gave us. And we were thinking about Pakistan since 2 or 3 years, as a matter of fact. But was always is a big country, is a complex country, and we did not really know which way to take, which road to take. Okay? And at the end, so we came to a conclusion last year, or the year before, as a matter of fact, and we decided to buy a company. We felt that the size and the complexity of the company of the country was such that it was indispensable to have a quick start with acquiring a company. So we acquired one of the major. The IBM business of one of the major partners of IBM, and we started. So basically this happened in January 2007, and we are at the end of the
But in terms of the knowledge of our viewers, if you can share what kind of an IT industry we have in Gulf compared to Pakistan?
Well, first of all, the Gulf IT industry is changing at an incredible pace, So what is true now was not true 2 years ago, and it will not be true in a couple of years. So the pace of change is enormous. And so to compare the Gulf with here depends which year you take, So definitely we were interested.
But I mean, in short, the IT industry, the level of the IT industry in terms of its progress, and so it's much more. It would be much more in Gulf, in Dubai, and other countries like Qatar, and so on and so forth.
It is definitely more mature than here, and more mature a lot because of the influence of expatriates. So there is an easy way through. In terms of increasing the level of any industry, as a matter of fact.
And I would also imagine that all the major IT players in the world would be operating there.
Absolutely.
So the level of competition would be
enormous. It's a very competitive market, moving very fast, a lot of capitals coming in, so it's very attractive.
And already the capital is there.
Capital is there, so that's what I'm saying. It's very attractive for everybody. That's why I'm saying the dynamic of the IT market, or any market, from hotels to retails, is incredible, So it's very attracting a lot of investment. So definitely, in this sense, is a very dynamic and is going at a pace which is unnatural. It's not following the normal pattern of a country that evolves with a certain speed. These things are going incredibly fast.
Okay. Just to recap, how many countries are included where you are operating?
Yes. Basically, we are operating in Kuwait, in Qatar, in Bahrain, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Oman. So it's basically the peninsula outside Saudi. Okay. Saudi, there is a parallel company, the same that we have the same relationship with IBM, started basically together, and we take care of these 2 geographies.
Okay. Aziz, we'll talk specifically of operations in Pakistan. You have been associated with the IT industry for a long time, for almost 2 decades now, if I'm not wrong. And you've seen it all in terms of how the IT industry has progressed in Pakistan. The decision for GBM to come and start operations in Pakistan, how do you see it, as a positive thing in Pakistan, or something which is a continuation or doesn't make any difference?
I think this was a very major initiative that regional company operating with a very professional background took to come to Pakistan. I think Pakistan's IT potential was growing at an exponential pace. Uh, IDC reports have been saying 25% growth year on year for the last 2 3 years, and they forecast the same growth rate in the coming years
In Pakistan?
in Pakistan.
Okay.
So I think this was the first major initiative from a major company outside Pakistan to come into Pakistan to tap that potential. We also have a very good uh, potential in human resources, in skill set. The type of people that we are producing are, I think, the best in the region. And uh, the the economy of scale in producing these people in Pakistan is such that it makes them cheaper in cost, in HR cost, compared to the region, to even India now. India is becoming very expensive. Singapore has become very expensive. So the potential of having developing people for, we are about to launch a graduate plan in which we want to go to the universities and give jobs and training to new fresh graduates, so that they not only serve the industry in Pakistan, but going forwards have the potential to serve the Gulf region through GBM and beyond.
So GBM is going to invest to hire graduates in Pakistan and give them the sort of on-the-job training.
On-the-job training, as well as the the
How will it help those people or those students to gain employment? I mean, if you can.
No, first of all, they will be regular employees. They
Okay.
won't be interns or
Okay.
trainees. They will be
That's the
employees.
difference.
That's the difference. And then they will be put on the job in Pakistan, and if required, in the Gulf countries also, in bigger projects. In fact, one of our guys have already been to a proof of concept at Al University in Abu Dhabi, which was Al in the Gulf, and his job was accepted by the customer. So we have started that process already, and that, I think, it will also encourage the young professionals to move into the IT and have avenue of going abroad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cesare, I'll come back to the point that Aziz just raised about Gulf Business Machines being a global company now, okay, operating in so many countries. So the introduction of GPM in Pakistan, would it help the Pakistani IT professionals gain that international experience ultimately?
Well, we hope so. It's very definitely. But let me tell you, I will come back to this.
Yeah.
Why we came here, because this
Okay.
I think is very important. First of all, Aziz mentioned, the industry analysts say that the market is growing at a faster pace here than the Gulf, which is remarkable. Okay, this is the first point. The second point is that is 1 hour flight, 1.5 hour flight. Okay, so we have a critical mass in the Gulf with 700-800 people, and the proximity gives us an incredible advantage in terms of providing high skill in the region. The other point is, of course, English speaking. Okay, because we are thinking about other expansion, and the language can be a barrier. So this is the major reason why we came. Okay. Now, as it says, definitely there is a lot of people well educated. Nevertheless, there is a gap to the high skill level in IT industry. So the potential is there.
Yeah.
The skills are not fully available.
Okay.
So one of the mission that we do, well, it's for our interest, but at the end of the day, this, as a byproduct, also comes quite handy for the country, hopefully, is that we want to build here a pool of resources that will serve the customers, okay, and will also serve the Gulf, okay? So basically, we have top-notch skill in the Gulf. They will be traveling here, and by doing this, we'll develop local talent. So I believe that this is a mechanism that, as I say, to be honest, we do for our interest, but happen to be, I think, quite attractive for the country.
Okay. You have been traveling to Pakistan, I understand, for some times now, in terms to establish the company here, and you have been corresponding with people in Pakistan, other than your own people who have finally joined GBM. Have you had any interaction with the government people?
Well, not really yet, because the company we acquired was more focusing on the private sector. So we did not enter so much, even though it is definitely within the scope of our next steps. Okay, so as a matter of fact, the acquisition of the business from IOP was, as I say, as a quick start, So anyway, we wanted to capitalize on the customer side, but definitely we will move also in government.
Okay, it is very important for us because Pakistan is under a lot of scrutiny these days in terms of all the bad reasons. The fact that you are here for business reasons gives us a good opportunity to discuss with you. It's a very good sign that foreigners are still coming to Pakistan and coming to Pakistan for business reasons. And the fact that you are here right now in Pakistan is a very good example that if there is a business opportunity, people are ready to fly in here. How do you see Pakistan today? What has been your reaction of visiting Pakistan?
Well, my reaction is absolutely normal country, so in the sense that, and now coming from Italy, which is not, a country that sometimes has difficult press, so I'm not impressed at all. It's a normal country. There are good guys, bad guys, and, we have zero bias, zero, we have our own style, our, way of doing business. We will not change that way. Somebody will like it, somebody will not like it. It's not a problem, it's not... So I say we can open, so far we can open, and we are not changing our business model, so it's not a problem.
Okay,
so
that's a good thing. Aziz, just 1 second here. We'll take a break and come back and continue our discussions from here.